Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and if you've been following my channel, there's a few things that I want to get you caught up on that are taking place out here in Arizona. For one thing, we finally reached the point where every day is 100 degrees or more, but right now they're averaging right around 100 degrees, and it'll go up as we get into June and July. So the heat is coming towards us mighty fast. Now, that fifth wheel, when we got it last year, we didn't have, and we just bought it and then used the air conditioners, and that was the hottest summer on record for the Phoenix area. And our electric bill 1 month was $700. So we decided to do something about it, and so we had new air conditioners, more efficient, installed, and then also they put seals around all the slide outs to keep the the heat from coming into the RV. Also, now that we've done that, it seems to work a lot better, but the air conditioner, which is just coming into view, that's over the bedroom, which is a high spot. You know, you have to go up some stairs, about 3 stairs to get there from the main living area. And so obviously hot air also climbs up those stairs. And so that bedroom air conditioner was running and running and running. So yesterday we decided we'd do some experimenting, and the window that I'm looking at right there, I took some poster board and we put some aluminum foil on it, and then taped it all down really good, and then fastened it to the window. How do you suppose I fastened that to the window? If you think back, if you've been following my channel, yep, that's right, Velcro. I use Velcro for a lot of things. So anyway, now we're experimenting because that slide out we're passing by is about the same size as the room, and the room's only 8 feet across, so turns out to be that's a pretty small room, so that air conditioner was running a lot. And this other air conditioner here is over the living area, and it wasn't running near as much, so we're trying to adjust it so that we get everything balanced out, and our electric bill will be much lower this year. At least we're hoping for that. And I don't know. We're hoping also that Phoenix won't break any other heat records. So now we're going to take a trip across the canal here. And if you've been following my channel, if you remember, I put up a video called "The Eagle Has Landed," and that's because an eagle that has been living up in the top of that tree that we're coming up to. He's been there for a couple of months, and then a couple weeks ago, I found him. Well, as I was flying my drone, I spotted him dead on the ground, right on the right side of this little pathway here, and and he was tagged and everything. And I tried to call it in, but I didn't get to the right people, and I got dead end answers. And so anyway, you'll notice that he's not there anymore, because somebody knew who to call, and they called the Fish and Game Department. And let's see, it was yesterday, I think it was, I saw his truck out there, and so I talked to him, and he was concerned about anything I had to offer, because, of course, they don't like to see eagles on the ground like that. But he also explained that he's taken it back, and they're going to scan it to see if it's got any projectiles in it. But also, a lot of times eagles die because they've been in a fight with another eagle, and then they come back and they finally die. And he said also, not eagles as much as hawks. They'll land on a power pole, and then they'll get electrocuted, and generally they die instantly. But he said that could also be. And then he offered the same thing I was hoping, was maybe it was just getting too old. And so he took it, and of course it's tagged, and I don't know what'll ever happen to it, but it had a good barrel, and that's very important. Well, I think I've got a little story. It's very short, but talking about birds getting electrocuted. When I was teaching high school back in the 60s and 70s, color television was coming out. And in my electronics class, I told the students, I said, now if your folks get a new color television and you don't know what to do with the black and white one, bring it in, and we can use it for scrap and get parts out of it for projects and stuff like that, resistors and capacitors and all those kind of things, and transformers. And so they started bringing them in. Well, then this one that came in, I mean, I had a whole bunch of them in that room. And the one that came in had been laying out in a dusty field for, I don't know, it was so dusty and dirty that it must have been laying out in a field for a long time. So I went in on Saturdays and got caught up on my work, and this one was one that I needed to dust off and get everything cleaned up inside. So, or getting everything so the kids could disassemble it. So I'll see if I can get a picture of an old vacuum tube that the old TVs had, because the young folks don't know what anything is. But we did not have flat screens. So anyway, I had the back off of it, and I was just dusting the picture tube. Well, they have to connect a 10,000 volt line to it to get it positive enough to work. And so, sure enough, I hit that line, and it knocked me across the room. My back ran into a table, and I fell to the floor. And I was okay, but it wasn't all that great. So anyway, that's an electrocution story that I had. And also, I wanted to take time to read you a poem that I wrote. So before we finish, I'll go through this one, okay? This one is called More Thoughts on Love. Love is sitting when you'd rather walk. Love is listening when you'd rather talk. Love is working when you'd rather sleep. Love is giving when you'd rather keep. Love is hiding when you'd rather seek. Love is silence when you'd rather speak. Love is frowning when you'd rather grin, and love is losing when you'd rather win. Love is catching when you'd rather throw. Love is staying when you'd rather go. Love is smiling when you'd rather cry, and love is living when you'd rather die. Love is when you do what you must in order to keep another's trust. It's reaching deep inside oneself for something precious on a shelf that you've been holding in your soul, but love consents to let it go. Love is seen within the eye, and love is heard within a cry. Love is felt through fingertips, and love is spoken through careful lips. Love's description is out of reach. Love is emotion we cannot teach. And those who find it ask not why, but simply know 'twill never die. Well, I want to thank you for watching my videos and listening to my crazy poems and stories, and God bless.